G'day folks, I'm the Coffee Bush Kid and Viv and I are over in the UK. So we're going to do the little bit of section of what have we found. So we're staying at a nice little Airbnb place. It's on a farm. So of course I'm going to ask the owner, how much land have you got? Can I detect on it? And I was very fortunate and they said yes. So let's have a look at what I've detected. Well, the question you'll all be wanting to know is, did I find any buttons? Yes, I did. These are the Tomback style buttons that you find over here. So they're a quite nice button. You see there, yep, all points awarded for shankage. And these silver ones, they are shot. They should have been banned before they made them because they give you a start when you dig them out of the ground. But the other one I got is this one, Doherty and Smith, 103 St Martin's Lane, London. Have a look at that for a livery button. Now, from what I can understand, sort of 1828 to 1856, this sort of run of button was made. Livery button, they tell me that with the crown and whatever else, they were a fairly high status family. So all your employees and so forth in the house would have had these buttons on their uniform. So it's a pretty cool little find. Very happy with those. Now, thumper. All you who like your projectiles, have a look at that. Now, I don't know whether that split was put in right off the bat or whether something's just done that. If it was there, that was so that when it went through someone, it would split open and cause more damage. But that is one hell of a musket ball. Whether we're talking Civil War, I don't know. Still, a thumping good find. Two other little interesting bits and pieces. That is a piece of bronze. Jury's out as to whether it's from a crotal bell. That's crotal. But yeah, it's a nice piece of bronze. It did give a very nice signal on the legend. And I'm using the LG24 over here. I think I'm just going to stick with that because it's just a nice one. Nice coil to use. This, I believe, is a farmer's wedding ring. Now, not all wedding rings are silver or gold. Back in the old days when they couldn't afford much, they were copper. So that's actually, since I found it on a farm, that's what I'm going to assume heavily it is. It is very thin, so I don't believe that will be a copper pipe offcut because the wall section's too thin. You still need a good wall section on a bit of pipe. So yeah, I think that was actually probably a farmer's or a farmer's wife's wedding band. Nice, cool little find. Did I find any coins? Ho, 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 ho. Look at this one. Where are we? Queen Elizabeth. There she is. I thought to myself when I dug this up, don't tell me I found a bloody 1 cent piece. No! It's a halfpenny. There's your modern half pennies. In fact, probably, as I look at this, can we see a date? Can anyone with eyes see a date on that? No. Can't see one. Anyway, one halfpenny. There we go. Now, did I find anything else? Now we start to come to the good stuff. First one I found. There we go. Look at that. Bloody brilliant. Who's the monarch, I hear you ask? There's the clue. That ridge in there. George III. But look at this. That would have to be the best George III halfpenny I think I've ever found. So 1807. But that is a cracking find. Really good condition. Was there anything else I found coinily? Yes, there was. I got this one. Now, that's the back. But it's a halfpenny. But if we look this side, that is actually George the Second, Georgius II. You will, if I hold it right, you see the two marks just where my fingernail is? So there's where the two marks of George the Second is. So yeah, that's, what's that, 1730 30s through to the 1770s or something around that. So that's a very nice find. But have I got better? Yes, I have. And it is that. And that is what they refer to as a spectacle buckle. Because, funnily enough, they look like spectacles. But that is a spectacle buckle all day long. It's not very big, so as we see down there, 30 millimeters by 20 millimeters, thereabouts. But we are looking at somewhere between 1350 to sort of 1500s-ish for this design. That is just a great little buckle. You see how it's all flatty on the back there? But there is just mild detail on the front. But that is just a beautiful buckle. That looks good in anyone's collection. Now, hopefully this one will come home with me and I'll probably take the delivery button. This one will have to do an export license on, but that's a fairly easy thing to do, and that's what we will do with that one. Anyway, those are the finds. So there you go. Now you've seen what we've found. We still have rallies to do, and we are going out with other YouTubey friends as well. So who knows what we will find. But we're going to give you a weekly update as we go. So, I'm the Coffee Bush Kid. This is what I found, and you're watching The Miner's Den Show.